Just look at all the young successful YouTubers out there. They are making more money in a month than most people make in a year working a full-time job. So, you want to know why having a side hustle is so important? Well, let me tell you my personal experience. You see, this whole YouTube thing that you see me doing right now is my side hustle. So it's what I do when I get home from my 9 to 5, all the way to midnight, even till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, doing research, analyzing something, scripting or shooting, or also just preparing the video itself. So it's probably what I do when you are sitting in front of Netflix eating a pizza. And it's even what I do when you are partying like crazy on the weekends. But why do I do it? Why do I put all this extra work on top of my regular job? Now, I know that many of you watching this video right now might not have a side hustle of your own, but let me tell you, you are missing out on all the amazing things that come with building something for yourself. But it's not just about feeling good, it can also be a great way to make some extra cash and gain financial freedom. Think of it as a way to build your own security blanket, so you don't have to rely on anyone else to make ends meet. Plus, a side hustle can be just plain fun, because it makes every minute you put into it feels like it's worth it. You're not just punching the clock to get your paycheck, you're actually building something meaningful and rewarding. And who knows, you might just discover a new passion or a career path, just like me. And trust me on that, having a side hustle is like having superpower, because it gives you a sense of self-empowerment and autonomy that is, at least for me, invaluable. And now it will be a bit provocative, because it's a common scenario for many people. You are in your late teens or early 20s working towards a high-paying job. But here's the thing, that dream job may not be all it's cracked up to be. Sure, you may make a decent salary, but if you don't have a side hustle, you're likely going to be stuck in that job for the long haul. Now, I know this might sound harsh, but it's the truth. Just look at all the young successful YouTubers out there. They are making more money in a month than most people make in a year working a full-time job. And the reason why they are successful is they started small with a side hustle. And don't forget the reality, because the reality is that most people hate their jobs. They are stuck working for a boss they don't like, and also dealing with difficult customers or co-workers, which drains all the energy and life out of them. But it doesn't have to be that way. The key to escaping that miserable existence is a side hustle. So I said the buzzword key, and the key is to start with something you love. I know it sounds cheesy, but hear me out. You have to do something you're really passionate about. Think about your hobbies, the things you love to talk about, and use that as a foundation for your side hustle. Then it's all about taking action. Make sure you take at least one small step towards your side hustle every day. And I know myself, it might seem daunting at first, but once you start building your momentum, it's like a snowball rolling down the hill. It starts small, but before you know it, the side hustle becomes something huge. And that's when you can start thinking about leaving your dead-end job in the dust. So, don't be tricked into thinking that the full-time job is your only choice. But again, I know what you might be thinking. Fatih, where do I have to start? Well, that's the great thing about a side hustle. There are endless possibilities. You can do something that aligns with your current job, or something completely different. You can make something with your hands, or you can just use your brain power. You can go big or start small. The options are endless. So go forth and find your passion. It might be vlogging, it might be painting, it might be designing websites, or maybe you will discover something completely new. But no matter what, I promise you, it will be worth it. Alright, I also have to be totally honest with you. On your side hustle journey, you may face challenges, but that's all part of the process, and it makes the accomplishments even sweeter. Just remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And who knows, your side hustle might just turn into your main hustle one day. Now, are you ready to take the plunge and start your own side hustle? Well, let me tell you, it ain't no walk in the park. But don't let that discourage you, because building something for yourself is one of the most fulfilling things you can do. It's like building a gingerbread house, but instead of gingerbread and icing, you're using grit and determination. And sure, you might burn a few batches of metaphorical cookies along the way, and yeah, that happens to best of us, but the end result will be amazing with bringing all that sweet dollars into your bank account. But before you start, there are very important 3 ingredients you will need to start a side hustle. First, you will need a healthy dose of passion, and as mentioned before, you are going to have to figure out what you are truly passionate about. Otherwise, it will be really tough. Next, you will need a bit of creativity, because the side hustle market is a crowded one, so you will want to put your own spin on things to make it stand out. But the most important ingredient of all, it's action. It's easy to talk the talk, but you gotta walk the walk. You will need to roll up your sleeves, grit the teeth, and get to work. It won't be easy, but when you see your side hustle start to take shape, it will be worth it. So don't be afraid to get a little messy. It's all part of the process. The journey, it's just as important as the destination. And who knows, you might find out that the journey is even more fun than the end product. Now please, promise me something. Don't wait any longer. It's time to start building something for yourself. It's time to start your own side hustle, and it's gonna be a wild and fun ride. And just remember, it won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So don't wait, and get some ideas with those side hustles I researched for you, where you can just start earning money right away.